Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome back to our channel once again. I want you guys to take this to any nearest bank. The name Geoffrey Rigathi Gachagua will be on the ballot in 2027 as a presidential candidate, because the fallout between Rigathi Gachagua and the president has reached an end. And if you've been following Rigathi Gachagua very closely, the way I've been doing, Rigathi Gachagua has been rebranding. That phase is now complete. Rigathi Gachagua has now engaged another gear. And Rigathi Gachagua is now trying to go into the mountain and appeal to their hearts and emotions. Earlier today, Rigathi Gachagua went to Mombasa. And Rigathi Gachagua used commercial plane, KQ. And that's the trending topic today. And because in politics nothing happens out of mere coincidence, I want us to figure out why Rigathi Gachagua decided to use commercial flight. But first of all, let us ask ourselves some 3 or 4 very important and related questions. The first question which we should be asking ourselves: was Rigathi Gachagua denied chopper again? Because as the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, the second in command, the principal assistant to the President, Rigathi Gachagua is entitled to some privileges. Was he denied access to presidential choppers or government choppers, for that matter? That is the first question. Because if he was denied, then it's justified to use commercial plane. The second question: why do you think Rigathi Gachagua decided to use Kenya Airways, the pride of Africa? Because I'm sure Rigathi Gachagua would have even picked others. Why do you think he picked on Kenya Airways? For me, that's relevant because we all know that William Ruto went to the United States of America just the other day. And William Ruto told Kenyans that because of cost implications, he opted to use a private jet. And that was a heated debate in the Republic of Kenya. Now, let us go back to last weekend, to Nakuru. Last weekend, Rigathi Gachagua and William Ruto attended some Akorino event in Nakuru. Rigathi Gachagua arrived late for the event. Protocols always dictate that it is normally the deputy president who is supposed to arrive earlier and then receive the president. Rigathi Gachagua arrived 2 hours later. And Rigathi Gachagua told William Ruto why he arrived late. That he had a challenge with his transport.
Mheshimiwa Rais, nataka kwanza niombe msamaha kwako kwa sababu nilichelewa. Mimi unajua mimi si mtu ya kukosa nidhamu. Mimi nilikuwa officer wa uniform, and in your government I'm the most disciplined person. Nilichelewa, I had matatizo with my transport arrangements. Alafu ikaingia mambo ya hewa, nikachelewa kutoka, nikakwama pale kati ya Logonon na Naivasha karibu 2 hours ndio nifike hapa. Rais, nataka nikushukuru kwa sababu ya hii kongamano.
Rigathi is very clear there that he had issues with his transport. The question is, was that issue sorted out? Was it sorted out? And just a few days ago on this platform, I revealed to you guys that Rigathi Gachagua is actually copying William Ruto's strategy, which William Ruto used against Uhuru Kenyatta, copycat. So in this video, I want us to do a critical analysis why Rigathi Gachagua decided to use commercial plane. because he can't just decide like that. But before we do that, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, please take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. Ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, allow me to dive in. But before I dive in, allow me to also take this opportunity to introduce you guys to LemFi. LemFi is a mobile money app for users in the UK, Canada, and the United States of America to send money to Kenya at zero fee. They offer the best exchange rates in the market, and the money will be delivered directly into Mpesa accounts in Kenya, Airtel Money accounts, and of course, if you want, the money will also be delivered directly into bank accounts in Kenya. You can use the link in the pinned comment to download the app. Ladies and gentlemen, let us dive in. First of all, let us analyze the photos and the videos that have emerged. The first thing which is coming out clearly from these photos and these videos is the fact that Rigathi Gachagua did not or was not accompanied by his aides. Of course, if you look at the photos, you can see some of them when I think when they drove him into the airport. Some could still be captured, but I'm not talking of Rigathi Gachagua at the airport. No aid. Rigathi Gachagua went alone. What was he trying to communicate by that? That's the first thing. Maybe you can help me there. The second thing which is also notable is that Rigathi Gachagua carried his own luggage. I expect someone in the level of a deputy president of the Republic of Kenya to have aides carrying his luggages. In fact, at some point I was privileged to be close to people managing Raila Odinga. And whenever Raila Odinga would be arriving back into the country, sometimes I would be at the airport, sometimes with them, or, we just used to love going to receive Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga would just land, head straight. Then one of my friends would remain to collect his luggages. He had those passes and the rest. Now we are talking of a deputy president carrying his own luggage. What was he communicating by carrying his own luggage? One man, one bag. Rigathi Gachagua is going to give William Ruto serious political headache. And by the time William Ruto will realize, it will be late. The third thing is that if you look at these photos clearly, you can see Rigathi Gachagua was actually dropped. Yeah, normally for you to access up to the level where he reached, it's not easy. So probably he was allowed because he's the deputy president. And at the back there, you could see his aides. I don't know what happened when he landed in Mombasa. And I don't know why he then decided now to carry his own luggage and not allow the aides to carry it. Because if you look at Rigathi Gachagua, there's a photo of Wambugu Ngunjiri. Wambugu Ngunjiri is part of Rigathi Gachagua's team. He was with Rigathi Gachagua. Why could he carry the bag for Rigathi Gachagua? The fourth thing, which is also very important, is the fact that Rigathi Gachagua opted to use economy seats. He was just seated there with ordinary people. This other side, the summer lady, white lady. In front of him, just some random customer. But at the back of Rigathi Gachagua, you can clearly tell that is Wambugu Ngunjiri, who is his handler, probably who secured the seats for him. Why do you think Rigathi Gachagua opted? Because he had the option of going and using the other seats, the first class seats. Yeah, why do you think he opted for economy? So I want us to figure out the objective that Rigathi Gachagua wanted to achieve. Before I do that again, I want to take this opportunity to thank the following people. You are seeing their names there on the screen for the coffee which they sent to me earlier. It goes a long way in supporting this channel. You can also do the same using the same numbers you are seeing on your screen. Ladies and gentlemen, why do you think Rigathi Gachagua decided to use public or commercial flights to Mombasa? Number one, I want to assume that the main reason why Rigathi Gachagua did this is because he was denied access to the military chopper or access to government choppers. I want to assume. Because there is no way he can just wake up, book normal seat number. Yeah, I've traveled with Azmi on many occasions. Like, yeah, it's these leaders, they don't like interacting with the people. They'll always sit somewhere, yeah, first class there. So Rigathi Gachagua probably was denied the chopper. The reason why Rigathi Gachagua raised this issue with Ruto is probably because his office is experiencing that challenge. So maybe he told these guys that I'm traveling to Mombasa for the International Scientific Conference tomorrow, so avail the chopper. Maybe he didn't get the response because this government of William Ruto is just funny. For example, what they were saying about Uhuru, you know, the government spokesperson saying this story, and now we are hearing William Ruto called the president to discuss with him and iron out some of the issues, which means the government spokesman was actually lying. So there's no way Rigathi Gachagua can just decide unless he was denied or he didn't get response. So that's number one. Number two, there's also the possibility about Rigathi Gachagua concerns about his safety. How safe are our military planes? How safe are those government planes? How safe are they? In the history of the Republic of Kenya, we had Ojode and Saitoti case. Recently, we had the case of Ogola. Of course, you remember the president of Iran, and even yesterday, the vice president of Malawi crashed with all other 9 people he was with in a plane. So maybe, you know, trust. The Malawian vice president was projected to be a serious challenger for the current president. Last year, he was arrested. So maybe Rigathi is just being careful. Nobody's after him, but he just wants to be careful. Maybe. Number 3, which I think is the main objective, is sympathy. Just like I told you, Rigathi Gachagua embarked on a journey of rebranding. Rigathi Gachagua has already rebranded. So currently, he's embarking on another phase, winning the support of the mountain. He can only win the support of the mountain by appealing to their emotions, by appealing to their hearts and souls. Remember, just yesterday, there was the story of Uhuru raising concerns about the way he's being treated by the government. Uhuru is a Kikuyu, Rigathi is a Kikuyu. So he wants, because of the timing, in politics everything is normally just well planned. Because of timing, when Uhuru Kenyatta is raising concerns about his pension, which is entitled to. So sympathy. As much as most people understand that is pure PR, but the message is already home. This is how Ruto began. Ruto began with this kind of propaganda. Ruto began by this kind of PR, going to Kibanda and eating mandazi with ordinary people, buying ndizi and kando ya barabara, stopping his convoy some few meters away, buying ndizi, then coming back. Rigathi Gachagua is following the same trend. Number 4, I also think Rigathi Gachagua is trying to run away with the village narrative. Kimani Ichung'wah referred to Rigathi Gachagua as a villager. Immediately that happened, Rigathi Gachagua supporters started taking advantage of that, creating t-shirts, koffias, started talking themselves as villagers. How do villagers travel? They don't travel with military choppers. They travel using ordinary economy. That is what Rigathi Gachagua is trying to do. He's actually following William Ruto's strategy. William Ruto changed the word Tangatanga, which Uhuru Kenyatta used on him, to come up with the Tangatanga movement. I can assure you, this village is going to be a movement in the mountain. I'm told it's already a movement. William Ruto also just started something like hustle like that, and it propelled him. And lastly, which I also think could be very dangerous, is that Rigathi Gachagua is using the economy just to counter the fact that William Ruto's trips are very expensive for the country. You are talking of austerity measures, then you go to US expensively. Then you go ahead and brand Kenya Airways as expensive. When you brand Kenya Airways as expensive, what do? You don't help him. You don't help Kenya Airways. So Rigathi Gachagua is coming and he's saying, as a deputy president, I can comfortably travel the economy class of Kenya Airways. And of course, apart from that, apart from traveling the economy, I'm also marketing Kenya Airways. I don't know what you think. That's my take, but I want to assure you that this fallout between William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua is going to be bloody. So let us wait and see how it's going to unfold. In case you've watched this video up to this place, please let me know in the comment section, and know from bottom of my heart that I really value it. I really appreciate. If you can, share the videos wherever you can. Of course, you also know commenting and sharing and thumbs up is the best way you can support the channel. Thank you guys, and may you have a good day. Bye bye.